from Anu to go ahead with this project. Enki is the one that saved the humans. So let's switch to we switch to the laptop. Let's get that thumbnail loaded. I mean, let's get the screen loaded up so we can go to get into this, man. The Adamite project. All right, so we already legit. Hold on, let me get that. Let me get the chat pulled up, man. See what's cracking, bro. We about to get this shit cracking, man. The Adamite project. This class gonna tie in. This class gonna tie in with the genetical classes that we showed you. This class also gonna tie in with the human, the evolution of the humans. I think we up to like page chapter. I think we up to tape 8 or class 8 on that tape, and we got a probably like about 8 more tapes coming out on that series where we're gonna walk you across this side of the land. But this right here actually this Adamite project actually goes back before the human evolution species, human evolution of species. We're gonna go into now the Anunnaki is creating a slave race for their own agenda, right? The Adamite project. That's what we call the Adamite project. Hold on, let me this is the wrong picture. We about to get it cracked. All right, so we'll start here. Let's go back. We'll start here. All right, so speed up, go back. Keep in mind, the Hindus were already in existence at this time. Remember, we go back and get the Hindu tapes, go back and get the human evolution tapes, go back and get the, I think it's Galactic 26. We talk about the Hindus and what planet they come from. The Hindus are humanary evolutionary species of Nagas, of upright walking reptilians. Hold on, let me show you. They evoluted from Earth. They're not the first reptilians or dinosaur type, but they are the Hindus, if over time came from these people when they evoluted to a different star system. So they was humans that began from the dinosaur man, or like in one thing they call them the pickle man. The pickle man, all that's connected with this, right? With these dinosaur humans that began to walk upright, the Nagas. And these beings evoluted over time on Earth. Some of these beings were abducted and taken to Cyrus and evoluted into what you call the nomos. And some of them came back to Earth, were brought back to Earth eventually. Some of them left Cyrus, like we told you, and went to a star system called the Procon star system, which is actually an older, the Procon star system is actually, well, Procon A is actually an older star than Cyrus, because it's a yellow star, and Cyrus are blue stars. Keep that in mind. So yellow is like the second phase, or it's like a teenage star versus a baby stars that are blue, or newborn stars, or white, or some of them can be bright white. That's like before, that's actually like a baby star that's just born. And Procon B is like that. But these Hindus evolved for them, so the Hindus are already in existence. All right. So what happens is, let's go back to that picture. To make a long story short, right? At this time, we had Anu had already commissioned and created another galaxy, star system called Lyra, which we refer to as Elion. In Elion, we lived in the 19th galaxy, the 19th county or district, and we had 19 planets, right? And 3 suns. And Riz was the 8th planet, and it had we showed that. Go back and get We Found Riz. We got that tape out too. Go back and get the tape. We found Riz. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, man. And we're giving the ball clap disclaimer right now. So if you got a ball cap on, take that joint off, lay it to the side, man. because ball caps is about to get twisted and niggas about to get their cap twisted up in this joint. Right? So if you want, hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. If you don't receive a notification from us every day, come back and check with us. Right? We got something coming out every day. Right? Hey, we still got the book sale going on book for the $45 donation. If you want to get all 8 books by the young elder, just cash app us or PayPal us $45 and we'll send the books, PDF form to your email. Don't do the super chat. If you want to show us some love, just send it to take $1, $5, $10, whatever you got. If you want to really put us in the game, send us $100. And you really be showing us some love. And you get all the books, and you get that love. Right? Hey, shout out to God Sunrise in the building, man. I'm about to crack heads into his caps. The Adamite project. All right, let's get back in it because I got Hakeem sleep so I can crack heads into his caps without him coming in to take out my stuff. All right, so make a long story short, we on Riz chilling, developing technology. And at the time we were developing the ascension technology. See, at that time we had not yet reascended again. We was developing the technology. And every certain amount of on risk, 195 days is one day to us. So like it would be 3 years. 3 years of your time is one day to us, 195 days. And in the mid of that day, we would eat one time a day, and in the mid of that day, we would practice our sentiment methods to where we would go into our light bodies. We were trying to develop, we only could do it for a certain amount of time during that time. And then eventually, after we went to Orion, we developed the technology to be able to ascend. We'll get back to that. We already got a lot of tapes out on the ascension thing. So go check out them tapes with the dimensions and all that. We break that down. All right, so to go back to the story, or make a long story short, Tradakanite Hindu mixed. Let me show you what these beans look like. We already probably put a lot of this stuff. We're just gonna and all my Sabians and Nuwapians, bear with me. You already hit the game. You might hear a couple things that might spark your interest, but most of y'all should be already up to speed on this information right here, right? The Adamite project. All right. So we're just going this for the people that ain't heard it because we got a lot of new guys coming into the scene. All right, so these Meldekians are Tradakadites, right? These beings lived on a planet called Meldek, right? And this right here before the crash, before they came to live in the Bermuda Triangle, the ones that survived the crash. These beings mixed with the Hindus on Titan and Pluto, and eventually created the Hala or Tanush species, the humanoid Dragonians over time. But it was several different mixes in between that. It was like these beings mixed back in with the bird beings and created like they evoluted and did, Mother Hoover did a lot of genetical engineering from these beings to create other species of reptilians and dinosaur types from mixing the species. And then she crossbred the birds and even plants in with these beings to get the poisonous type reptilians. And then these beings those particular species started mixing in with the Hindus and created Tanushnim species. That species eventually through an exchange program found their way to Riz. Actually, they didn't know how to get there. Actually, Elalu told them how to get to Riz, and that's how they got there. And then when they got there, we really was in shock that they found it. And then we allowed them to stay on one of the visitor continents. And their whole game was, we just coming here to learn. That was their game. And we was like, all right, we'll let you learn, but we said to ourselves, we ain't gonna teach them everything that we know because we didn't trust them. But eventually, Anu commissioned Michael, which is the son of Michael Murdoch, who is the son of Enki, to be in charge of the rocket ship, mothership Nubaru, in order to, because it was like a police, or it was a thing where they were going around and keeping the peace and making sure nobody was breaking the galactic laws that we had established. And so Tanush, who really when Anu saw how brilliant he was, he had made him second in command after Murdoch. And he didn't like it because he thought he was more brilliant than Murdoch. And that started a commotion to where he eventually sneaked him and his gang, used the aerosol bomb to blow holes in our ozone layer on Riz. We had 3 suns. They started shining through with the radiation and ultraviolet rays, and it was affecting our ascension process. And a lot of people were being not deleted, but they were being poisoned or diseased, right? It was affecting the people, they frequencies. And so we had to do something to fix that. So we commissioned that Mikael go out, and they was going to go get the gold. Although we had already been collecting gold for our for a company that I knew started called Riz Tech, where we designed all these different types of chips and different type of devices and sell them around the universe. All right. So that was that. So to make a long story short, boom. But later on, when we was coming to get the gold, we started coming to get the gold. We started coming to get the gold. And Enki and Enlil, that's what we run into Enki and Enlil, speed up to them. They were the sons of Anu. Enki is the firstborn, and Leilu is the secondborn son. Okay, let me find. All right, we ended up catching Enlil last on tape coming down. So we got it right here. This one of his avatars that he used to come down. We got it. We got it. They have a couple more avatars because they had these beings be having like 7 to 8 bodies. It depends on what planet they coming to. They create a avatar in a tube, just like on the movie Avatar. Let me show you. But they even developed more sophisticated ways now to do it. They can just come down and take over your body, take over a human body. They call it possession. Other beings can do it too. Bad beings can do it too. But to me, Enlil, he a bad guy. Enlil's a bad guy, man. But you remember when the humans went to the planet Pandora, they called it Pandora. The real name of that planet is Naboo. It is actually a real planet, and these beings actually exist and live on that planet. They like 10, 7 foot tall, and they actually feline beings mixed with Hindus, or with a little genetical engineering from the Anunnakis. They live on the planet Naboo, which is one of the closest planets to Earth with life on it, besides the planets that's in your solar system, like Neptune, Venus. We'll get into them too on this same tape as part of the Adamite project, right? If you're in the building, hit that like, man. So what the Anunnakis do when they want to come to a planet, so because they breathe hydrogen. They hydrogen beings. They vibrate on a higher speed. So when they want to come to a planet, they got to create a car like this. And then what they do is just transfer their consciousness into this body, just like they did in the movie. See, where do you think they got it from? Did they just made that shit up? These people that create these movies can't make nothing up. They got to get it out of the mental reservoir, and everything's there has already been done. It's how the thought process is already done. They just pulling that thought process out and just putting it into a movie. So when we come out to tell you what the hell is going on, you can say, oh, niggas tripping, man, they seen that in a movie. There's no such thing as science fiction. Science and fiction do not go together. They can show you in a movie, they can do it in real life. It's actually being done in real life if they're doing it in a movie. Really. So they create these bodies. They say, how do you feel about Anu? Hey, we're going to get down to that. Anu is the good. Anu, then a lot of this shit they was doing, Enki and Enlil and the Anunnakis was doing, Anu didn't approve of it. He was against it. He didn't give him permission to do this. He knew there was galactic law was already in play when they started creating this human race or the human body down here. But we're just going back to how they get down as far as when they go to a different planet. So they create these bodies in the tube like this, and then transfer their consciousness to the body, and they can walk around here. That's what you see when you see Enlil in a different, he got different cars. Like this. Right? So to make a long story short, the gold thing was going on. Both of the brothers at some point was in charge of it. Right? But Enlil didn't trust Inky. So he wanted to come down and oversee the project. But the people that was here, the Dragonians, who were evolving over time because they were mixing in with humans and they were mixing in with these Anunnaki avatars. They liked, some of the Dragonians liked it Enlil, the females, because they said that he was handsome and that the niggas that he was bringing down, the Anunnakis that he was bringing down, they said that they were handsome, and also they packed they were dragging the ground. Because they was already, keep in mind, these niggas 7 foot tall, right? Everything on their body is larger. It's 3-4 times larger than the human. So just take the Mandingo shit and then put it times and times 3. And it not on this nigga ain't dragging the ground. He got to roll his shit up like a water. He got to roll his shit up like a fire hose just to keep it from dragging the ground. Just to keep it from dragging the ground, man. So Enlil and his gang, they were coming down in crowds of 50, and they were mating with these Dragonian women, birthing kids. Right? That's the first. They always coming down. They still to this very day coming down and making babies. To this very day, still coming down. You think some of y'all thinking you was born from your mother and your daddy, and you really born from one of the Anunnakis. That's why niggas like AD, Adrian is so tall, and he got the unibrow, and he looked just like Enlil. If I look like his damn son, if I put them next to each other. AD, you know who, that basketball player. All right. So we can get into it. Also, I got the Holy Tablets pulled up too. We're gonna be going through that too. Let's see. Well, you got took that. Hold up. It'll take too long to load back up. But we're going up, we in chapter 2. Right? We in chapter 2. All right, so you know, like you got the story of what happened with Riz while we was here to get the gold, right? For this part. All right. So going back and forth, to make a long story short, the Anunnakis, the Anunnakis were really royalty beings and really intelligent beings, and we didn't like to do a lot of physical work. Even though it really wasn't that much physical work, it was too much thinking. Just to control, because Inky created these big, huge crafts to mine the gold. And this method was being used, but we scrapped that method because they said that it wasn't working good. Extract gold from water. Inky came out with that. He designed this type of craft too, to extract the gold from water, but they said that wasn't working fast enough. This is a slow process. So they went to the method of creating these big, huge machines, these Anunnakis, to dig the gold, and these big, huge trucks to haul it back to a site where then another craft they had called the cylinder craft, which is a big cigar-looking shaped craft, some of them being 30 to 40 miles long, some of them her being even longer than that. And they were like big dump trucks, like UFO dump trucks. And we would load them up with the gold and then transport it, some of it to the dark side of the moon and then straight to Nibiru. Or some of it was even transferred straight to Nibiru. And then some of it transferred straight to the dark side of the moon. Right? But the Anunnakis were coming down in shifts, working this equipment is sending the gold back in shifts of 50. They'll send a certain group down, they'll work, and then they'll go back to another ship, new route. And then after they, when they get through what they post, somebody else will take another 50 or a certain amount of Anunnakis to take their place to start mining the gold, right? While the Iggy's, the little short Anunnakis, or the little short, they really wasn't Anunnakis because they never did really come down. See, the Anunnakis would be classified as the beings who are nose sent down to Earth, to Key. Hakeem. So the Iggy's. Here you go. Whoa. How you feel, bud? Yeah, so the Iggy's, they stay hovering above. So they would never come down, so they wouldn't be classified really as Anunnakis. It'd be only the ones that came down from New Rule that are new sent down. Okay. So they were doing the mining, but these Anunnakis, they got restless and started complaining. Right? They started complaining, saying that they didn't want to work these machines no more. They didn't like coming down here to Earth. Well, some of them liked it because they were making whoopee with the Dragonians and birthing children. They not just Anu made it and created Inky. Others beings, Anunnaki beings, were mating with these Dragonian women. They created other children. Right? Inky be raping. Yeah. No, man. Based on the me studying it, Inky's personality, he was the good guy. We're gonna break all that down. And this nigga, Enlil, is the crazy nigga, man. He the crazy little brother. I'm telling you, man. So we're talking about we building up to the Adamite project. All right, so the Anunnaki started complaining, and they complained to the nigga that was over them, the ones that were coming down from Earth to Earth. Enlil was in charge of them. And so they complained to Enlil, and Enlil said, nigga, y'all better shut y'all damn mouth and get back to work. That's what that nigga told them, bro. That nigga Enlil told them other Anunnakis that was under him, nigga, I'm a new son, nigga, I'm in charge of this. Y'all niggas better get back to work. And then he even got mad and complained and went to Anu and said that Anu should let him put harsh punishment on those who don't want to do the work. Now he talking towards the Anunnaki. This is before they decided to create the Luluemalus. We're about to get into that, right? So he treat. Hey, you can read. You think I'm lying, nigga? I'm gonna have the holy tablets, and you can go read the Samaritan tablets if you can read the Samaritan. But Baba already translated it for us in a book we call the Holy. He translated a lot of different of those ancient tablets in this book we got called the Holy Tablets. It's like a Nuwapian Bible, right? It's like our Nuwapian Bible, right? So, but you can go. We're gonna have that link in the descriptions after the show. It's in all the other descriptions before this tape, though. So most of y'all already checked that out. So you can read about that in chapter 2, right? Chapter 2 about what I'm telling you right now, right? So the Anunnaki started complaining about the work, and they came to Enlil, who was in charge of them. And this nigga told them they better shut their damn mouth and they better get their ass back to work. And if you don't like it, he would complain. Hey, Enlil is that nigga that live on your street. I remember when we was kids, it used to be this dude named Lance that lived in the house, and he looked just like Enlil, except he was darker, right? And that nigga, when we would play football outside in the street, and somebody running his yard, he'll call the police and tell them that we messed up the community, and the police will come out and tell us we gotta start playing football. And then he'll come outside smoking a cigarette, acting like he'll come when the police leave, he'll ask us, man, what happened? We say, man, somebody call the police on us. He's like, man, I don't know who called the police. He be the one that called the police the whole goddamn time. Lens. Right? So Enlil is the nigga, when they said they didn't like the work and they complained to him, he told them shut their damn mouth and get back to work. And then he went up to Anu and then complained and said, hey, they down there talking stuff, said they don't want to do the work. Let me punish them. Let me put a harsh punishment on them. But Anu told him, man, be cool. You like, what the hell you doing? Be cool, man. He said, let me go down here and see what the hell's going on. I'll see what's going on. So Anu went down there and saw what was going on. And they all gathered and had a meeting about it. And in the meeting, Enlil, look at his face. Look at his face. I'm telling you, man, this nigga mean as hell. And he a benevolent. I think benevolence is the bad guys, man. I'm telling you. If this nigga benevolent is the bad guys. I'm telling you. I don't think he's benevolent. This nigga is, he something about this cat. All right. So they had a meeting. Anu came down, and Inky, all of them was in the meeting, the Anunnakis. And they had a meeting about the other Anunnakis complaining about the work. And then when Anu, he heard him out and he said, okay, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. Enlil, you gotta fix this. I'm gonna leave it in your hands and with the help of your brother, Inky. Y'all figured it out. Between y'all two, y'all figured it out. And then he went back up to Nuru. All right, so they discussed it out. And they said, all right, what we're going to do is, it really was Inky's idea. I think Inky made the idea that we got to create this being that worked for us. This Lulu Amalu, this primitive being that can work the mind. So we don't got to work on no more. And so Inky agreed. I mean, Enlil agreed. So this was something he agreed with it. So we gotta watch these benevolence, man. Hey, Enlil agreed with it. So they end up starting a project called the Adamite project to create a Lulu Amalu, a slave being. That's what the Bible's already kicked off about, where he's talking about a man to till the ground. Till the ground to dig the gold. That's why in Genesis chapter 2, they talk about Inky says the gold is good in this land because they always conspiring to get the gold to take back to the ship. Remember, for the our planet being getting ready to explode. So they eventually came out with the idea and said. So what they did is, it took them about. They started the process started out, and then it took some like about 100 years to get everything set up. And they was adopting different species from different planets. And there was already a species here called the Homo erectus that had been evolving over a period of time. Hold on, let me pull it up. All right, so this being was on the planet at the time. And this way after they had put landmass and all that on the planet, from the volcanoes erupting, all that. We'll probably go back and do a tape on it. All right, this is Gmo Homos. This is part of the evolutionary process that was going on the planet, because a human was being evoluted over time from advanced intelligent species. Hold on, let me show you that real quick. This is one of the examples of one of the Baba showed in the Holy Tablets. Let me show you. Let me see if I got a picture of it in here. It's like single cell amoebas, like okay, I like this shit right here. All right, so these are here like some of the advanced, besides the reptilians. This was some of the other advanced. They used the plant this genetics to add to humans too. So they was using some of this genetics, the algae type, fungi type genetics. They actually use 23 different genetics, right? One being the plant, the insect, the grays, but some of those genetics come from them over time taking another species that had several different genetics. We'll get into that too. But this is right here, like the plant algae and shit like that. Yeah, man, that nigga look slick, don't it? Enlil. But like this right here, like some of the oldest life, really the oldest life on the planet, really. Like the life forms underwater, right? Besides the atoms and shit, because the atoms really are life forms too. They living too, alive. I just wanted to get you up on date on that, but we speeding up to this point. All right, so this being was already, the Anunnakis didn't create this being. They didn't create this being, right? This being came through a process of evolution based on the genetical codes that they had set up a long time ago. That a new them set up a genetical code up on this planet for this species to evolve over time. And they weren't supposed to step in and mess with that evolutionary process. That would be breaking galactic law. But these Homo erectus, these were created by the ancient Anunnakis, but it was like through an evolutionary process that they had started on the planet a long time ago. It was just supposed to evolve over time without and be adapted to the planet over time and not be messed with. Now we speed up to the time of inking them and Enlil and Mother Ninti. Right, let me get you a picture of Mother Ninti. This Mother Ninti right here. This is Anu's daughter. You see a lot of our sisters. Keep in mind about the Willow Peak. Hey, you see a lot of our sisters wear that Mother Ninti braid on the side. Mother Ninti is the chief scientist to Anu. Keep in mind, you got Mother Hubu, who was the chief scientist prior to her, to the Most High. But she was Anshaw's, which is Anu's father. He was the Most High before Anu. Right here, okay? This is Anshaw. All this gonna connect. We're gonna bring it back. All right, this is Anu's father. He was the Most High. He was the Anu before Raziel the first, which is Anu, Eliun, right? Which is all titles, right? But he was the Anu before him, right? And his chief scientist was his daughter, which is Anu's sister, older sister, named Mother Huber. So niggas, I hear a lot of people talk about the Anunnakis, but they never mention Mother Huber. They never mention any females for that matter. The people that talk about the Anunnakis. But my master teacher really was detailed, man. So Mother Huber is Anu's sister. She's the chief scientist to Anshaw. She's Anshaw's daughter. She created the reptilians and she created the insects. She created the reptilians and she created Tanishnim. Tanishnim is her babies. That's why most of the reptilian clans and the insect clans is ran by a queen because of Mother Huber energy. The insect clans, most of the insect clans and the reptilian clans is ran by a queen. I'm telling you. It's all connected back to Mother Huber. She was a chief scientist that really is in competition with Anu right now. And she really mad that that women, why can't I, her thing is, why can't I was supposed to be the Most High. I'm the oldest daughter, oldest pretty much. I was born before Anu. And why wasn't I able to stay? I am the chief scientist, I'm the chief creator. Why can't I be in charge? That's her whole thing. Mother Huber is the mother of the reptilians. See her look, the Willow's Peak looking hat. Tell you. All right. We'll go back. All right. So Mother Ninti, she was involved with the project. I know she wept and cried when Enlil wanted to destroy the humans because they was her babies. The humans is her babies because she created them and nurtured them with her own hands and her own. And keep in mind, this ain't no spiritual spooky shit. These people are real people, living, breathing people. They are alive, walking around. Mother Ninti will walk up in your damn house and sit down in the chair and talk to you. they're a little taller and bigger than us. And they probably overwhelm you if you come in contact with her because she's telepathic and she's extremely intelligent. These people got technology to create humans, to create technology that's a million years ahead of the earth technology. And they are living, breathing beings, drinking beer. Mother Ninti drunk beer. Bible says it in the Holy Tablets. You'll read about that in chapter 2. When she wept, when she cried over y'all, she went drunk beer. When she cried when Enlil wanted to destroy the humans, she would drunk some beer. Right in the Holy Tablets. Go read it. That's why I say and that's why I say in that tape, in that rap tape, Big Mama's Baby's back. And really, the Mother Ninti is Big Mama. Big Mama. Her, the Ishtar come down from the line of this line. Ishtar come down after Ninti. Ishtar is old. Mother Ninti is older than Ishtar. Ishtar is the granddaughter of Enlil and Enki. Damuzi. I mean, take that back. She's the granddaughter of Enlil from Nana. Nana is the son of Enlil. So she's the granddaughter of, so this will be her auntie. Mother Ninti would be Ishtar auntie, Anu's daughter. Right here, right? Hey, that's right. Hey, Anu is ahead of the game, bro. That's right. You can't fathom. You can't fathom it, man. But we just trying to break it down for you can have some kind of idea what the hell is going on. Right? Man, who the hell? Hold on, bro. I went back. Hold on, that was my wife. Hey, it's a Mother Ninti is older than Ishtar, but you can see the resemblance. It's really her niece. Ishtar is her niece. And she was Mother Ninti was one of the main scientists and responsible for creating the Lulu Amalus. Here's Enki. You already know Enki, right? All right. So what they did is this being was already here as part of an evolutionary species over time that they had placed a long time ago that evolved over time to this. So the human species was already evolved, but what they did is stepped in and sped it up. Enki, Enlil, and Mother Ninti, because these people weren't smart enough to work the heavy equipment. They weren't smart enough to work the heavy equipment, so they wanted to make them smart enough to be able to work that heavy equipment, so they'll take over, so they can take over the load for the Anunnakis, right? So what they did is say, we're gonna step in and take this Homo erectus, and we're gonna add our DNA to it, and we're gonna upgrade them. We're gonna add Anunnaki DNA to them and make them more to the Homo sapiens. Let's see if I got a picture of the Homo sapiens in here. Let's see. Yeah, right here. So they made the Homo sapien by upgrade over time. Now this project took place on where they set up a laboratory on Mars. They set up a laboratory. Like I said, you can read about all this in the Holy Tablets, chapter 2. We're going to have it in the links. Now, teacher already put this information out well over almost 30 years ago. Right? So I'll tell you how far he was ahead of the game. All right, so they found the face on Mars. And this face on Mars is similar to the face, the Sphinx face. And you can see these craters. They're really domes. These are really dome type. Really, all of these things are kind of like little places where they had to set up different things. But these big craters are really dome structures where they had the laboratory where they was working and creating the humanoids. And it took them 400 years. The process was 600 years, but it took the breeding process was 400 years. The process total was 600, but the breeding process, so they were for 400 years on Mars, they were creating engineering this species from the Homo erectus. And all the different species, all the different prototypes that they created, Enki, who I believe was the benevolent one, and that damn Enlil was the disagreeable, man, I'm telling you. And he was, every time Mother Ninti would make one of these humanoid prototypes, he would give them a fate, and most time his fate was to make them work or do something like that, but not to kill him. So he didn't want him. Enki wasn't no killer. That's why I'm trying to figure out why they painted him as the angel of death, and he really ain't no killer. If you read the Holy Tablets, he was trying, every time he was not down with killing people, he was down with saving people. He saved Una Fishtool to his people, right? So if you go read the story of the Adamite Project, chapter 2, Holy Tablets, slave revoke and the slave making of the slave and all that, right? Enki declared those people fate, and he let them live. And a lot of those people got left on Mars. So it's different types of the prototype, human prototypes, the people that they seen on Mars when they went to Mars that I talked about in the Galactic Family of Life tape, Field Trip to Mars. Go back and scroll down if you hadn't watched that tape. I'm talking about the different species, like the yellow head man, this and that. All those beings come from that project, from the Adamite Project, over the 400 years of the different prototypes being designed. And eventually, finally, they got the main prototype. And like I say, Baba said this phase was to let incoming extraterrestrial know that there was a project going on where they were upgrading the Homo erectus to the Homo sapiens to be worker beings, pretty much. Right? So that's part of it. We might have to do a part 2 to this. We got about 13 more minutes till we go to that hour mark. Then we'll come back with part 2 if we have to. Because I got a lot more to cover. Got a lot more to cover. So we'll have to probably do a part 2 to this. Back to back. Okay. So that's what that face was. And it's similar to the same space as the Sphinx, like I said. So they made the enocytes. Keep in mind the hair texture. And we can get to the part where Alelu came in. Keep in mind, Alelu he a different party from us. He wasn't with, even though he was with them in a percentage of the gold deal going back to Riz Tech, because him and Anu started the company together. So Anu started the company, and Alelu had a cut, which is Alelu is Anu's brother, right? Alelu had a cut in the Riz Tech company. So he was coming here too to check on the gold. It's almost prior to, but they started eating these people. The Nomos was eating these people. And like I say, the Nomos still eat people today. Don't believe me? Go get in your boat, drive to the middle of the ocean, put a cut on your leg, jump out, and wait for about 20 minutes. Then a shark gonna come along and take a slice of your ass. Now it depends on how you feel. He might take your whole bottom half. And after that, you can say to yourself, before you fade out, man, Young Elder said, no more still eat people. No more still eat people, man. Young Elder said it. Now, you probably won't get a chance to tell nobody else. Young Elder was telling the truth. I'm telling you, look, you probably won't get a chance to tell nobody else about it. But hey, at least you'll know in your mind, in the mind's eye, that Yagel told, man, he went lying when he said them no more still eat people. All right, let's rock and roll, baby. Let's play up to your Bible, man. Your Bible, right? Okay, what else we got? The Lulu Amalus. They upgraded those people. These people right here was the Lulu. These right here actually was the Lulu is actually part of the Homo. She before the Homo erectus. These were up. This is part of the evolutionary. She's part of that evolutionary process that we told you about that they stepped in and upgraded and upgraded. Look at the thick brows, right? Look at the thick brows now. And look, the whole time niggas was making fun. The white man let you make fun of him and said that he came from monkeys, but the whole time he knew what time it was. Because the only reason he didn't tell you, he let you go with that, because then that'd be like he the original people, or he the original one of the original people of Earth, but he not. The white man, there is a particular species that was drafted from the monkeys, but not all white people come from monkeys. Now you niggas, on the other hand, you got genetics from these ape men. They came from Cyrus, not the monk. They can be considered as the monkey man, but they really called Sasquatch beings. Okay, what else I want to show you before we cut to a break? We got about 10 minutes. On part 2, we're gonna take question and answer to this too. All right, what else I want to show you? Okay. Yeah, back to the story at hand. Okay, we gotta get to it, man. All right, so the process was successful after 600 years. They put these Lulu Amalu or these beings to work. Well, after the 400, it took 100 years to get the process together. They was adapting all the different species, doing the different experiments. Then it was 400 years of breeding, which led to all the different species, the different prototypes on Mars that live on Mars right now. And then the last 100 years, they put these Lulu Amalus in school to train them for the work the heavy equipment. You know how you go through a training before you go on one of those construction jobs and shit? They give you a hard hat and they would make you watch this movie and shit on the screen and shit, right? Let me see if anybody sent me a donations. I'll shout you out, man. Let me see if anybody hooked me up yet. Hey, peace and love, man. Oh no, nobody hooked me up yet. Like I said, if you want to show me some love, we put that cash app in the links, brother. What's the hell? Peace and love. We in the building, bro. Try to call me, all right. I'm gonna get with her. All right, so they created these humans, right? And a new Enlil didn't want them to have reproduction organs. He wanted to be able to control their birth. He didn't want them to get out of hand. He wanted to control them, right? Because they really weren't supposed to do this project. It was just these humans just were supposed to be created for a particular period of time, and then they were supposed to delete them and then let the Lulu Amalu, let the Homo erectus still keep evolving. See, the Homo erectus is supposed to just evolve into the humanoid species eventually, but they stepped in and upgraded them. And then when they got through using these people, they were going to delete them. This is what we come up to Enlil trying to dissolve us. I said that in the track, and Big Mama's Babies is back, right? So Enlil, this nigga right here, man, he an antsy pants. He bitch a lot. He complained. He made up a story one day and said it's too many humans. They got getting too many number and they making too much noise. Let's kill them. Let's create a disease. Let's create a virus and a plague to wipe them out. So Enlil created a virus that started wiping out humans. That's how you get a lot of these viruses you got today, like smallpox and all that. Enlil designed it in order to wipe out humans, to keep the population controlled. He said, let's poison their crops. Let's dry their rivers up so they go dehydrated. And so he came up with all this to keep control over the humans. Does that sound like a good nigga to you? And they don't got the he don't got the same emotions as humans. They don't, these Anunnakis, they don't, one of theirs can die right in front of them and they ain't gonna sit there and mope and cry. They're gonna just keep going. He did, you know. They don't got them emotions. They right? Hold on, just let me get a drink of water. Yeah, so Enlil, they don't got these emotions like you got, right? And so he was they was using the hawk weapon. They call it Kasusu. I think this is what Baba, how you pronounce it in the Holy Tablets. It was a weather weapon. What they call it the hawk now, but it's called, the Anunnakis call it the Kasusu. And the Kasusu is a weather weapon used to starve people crops, to cause floods and rain. And so what Enlil did, this crazy nigga right here, he crazy, man. He out of his mind. He said, man, these viruses and bacteria and shit ain't killing these niggas off fast enough. We need to flood, like we need to like wipe them all out. I need them all gone. He want them all gone. He was like, I want them all gone. I don't want none of them left. I want to wipe them out completely. I'm sick and tired of this noise. And they don't listen. They too dumb anyway. Let's kill them. Kill them all. Now, do that sound like a benevolent nigga to you? Do that sound like a benevolent nigga to you, bro? A nigga that say, let's kill all these niggas because they making too much noise. And they having too many babies. It's too many of them. We can't control them. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why he was trying to do that, because secretly he knew that Anu didn't know about it. So he was trying to really just make these, he was trying to make himself look good, because Anu told him, do whatever you got to do, but make it look good. So he really was trying to make himself look good by making these humans work for a while and then destroying them, and then don't never tell Anu about it, and then Anu would never know about it. That's the reason why he wanted to get rid of the evidence. It's part of the look. It's like you cheat on, like you get Anu give you his daddy gave him a test, and he cheated on the test by creating these humans to work for him instead of figuring it out using his brain to figure it out himself. He created the humans to start working for him, and he didn't want Anu to know about it, so he wanted to get rid of them. So what did he do? Man, let's get together, man. Get Inky up in here, man. Inky, man, you got to go down there and cross that flood. Inky argued back and forth with these niggas saying that, man, I don't want to destroy the people. That ain't my type of energy. I'm not that type of person. You can go back and read the Holy Tablets. So how is this nigga the benevolent and Inky somebody switch something around, bro? This nigga is the benevolent nigga. This nigga is the evil one. And Inky is the good guy. Nigga, Inky is the good guy. This nigga said, Inky, man, it's on you, man. You gotta use that weapon you got, the Kasusu, and you gotta wipe these niggas out. And I want them all gone. You hear me, Inky? I want what Enlil told Inky. I want them all gone. I don't want nobody left. I want to wipe all them suckers out. Cause they making me frustrated. I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm furious at them. It repented God that he made man. This crazy nigga right here. It repented him, Enlil, that he made man. So let's get rid of him. Cause a flood. So Inky's like, oh shit, man. Because they was pressuring him, saying that he gotta do it. So he's like, I'm gonna do it, man. Damn. So he went because Una Fishtoon was always keeping in contact with Inky. Inky Inky being having a good heart and can't hold a secret that good. He went told besides that still in that gold part, he went told Noah and then told Noah to build a boat and save his people. And when Enlil found out that Noah and them survived, he was pissed off at Inky. Oh God, hey, when they went back to the meeting, you can read in the Holy Tablets. They went back to the meeting. He was stomping up and down. Oh, shit, he was mad. Oh, this nigga that went, somebody survived. Oh, shit. I told you to don't let nobody survive. He was mad at Inky. And then Inky had to talk this nigga into letting them people survive, bro. Inky had to talk them people. Inky had to talk them people into letting talk Enlil and the rest of the Anunnakis to say, man, these people good people. These people are the good ones. They're not the part of the bad humans. He wanted them all wiped out. Nobody better not survive. He one of them niggas that hit a joint and then, God damn it, oh shit, oh, a dude gonna find out. Let's kill them all. Oh shit. We don't need them no more. Crazy nigga, man. The same nigga that told Abraham to kill his son, the same nigga that sent Moses to get the Israelites, but he hardened Pharaoh's heart so he wouldn't let him go. This nigga crazy, man. Read the chapter 2 in the whole nigga crazy. He the crazy one. Inky is the good guy. I'm telling you, man. And they said that Inky, and you keep in mind, go read the Holy Tablets closely too. Those Dragonian people who Inky come from, they said that they didn't trust the Anunnakis because they wouldn't agree with their peaceful ways. So what was they implying? That some of these Anunnakis are fucking evil beings, like Enlil's ass, the main nigga. Right? But some of the but you gotta keep in mind, in all races or species in the universe, there's cherubins, seraphims, and then there are neutrozoid beings. So there's always 3 different types of energy within every species. So it's Anunnakis that's neutral. Now, to me, Enlil, he sounded like he leaned more to his disagreeable side. He said he more disagreeable than he is agreeable. Let's get rid of all them niggas. And then he was pissed off, man, up and down. And then Mother Ninty, when Inky came back and said, Enlil and them was sitting up in there drinking beer and shit. And you can read about it. They now sitting up in there drinking beer. And then Inky come back and he said, Enlil look at him like it's done. He's like, it's done. And they was sitting up in there. Enlil had a toast that you niggas got wiped out. He had a toast that celebrating that y'all got wiped out. Like, we made the money, we got to go and got rid of them. He like a shrewd businessman, Enlil. He like, we made the money, he made a toast to the shit. We wiped them niggas out. Anu, we ain't got to tell Anu. But Anu ended up finding out about it and he was pissed off about it. Because you can read that in chapter 2 in the Holy Tablets. Anu was pissed off about what they had did. He was mad about it because they interfered with the evolution of the humanary species. They broke galactic law. He was mad about it, bro. And so that's how Noah and them end up living. Noah and them, Utna Fishtoon, according to the teachers, Utna Fishtoon them end up living because that's how they got a pass from Enlil, because Anu gave Inky's people a pass. When they found out that Inky saved Noah and them, they gave him a pass. And Enlil had to give him a pass because Anu told him, because since you created them, don't destroy them. You try to destroy them, since you created them, let them live. They have a right to live. Anu said they had a right to live. That's what he told Enlil. Enlil wanted to go and he wanted to go and plague Noah and them and make them starve. But when Anu came down and found out what they had done, he was mad. So he told Enlil, you got to live with it, let them live. And that's why Noah and them ended up surviving, because Enlil couldn't come after them once Anu said that let them live. They have a right to live. Right? So he wasn't even supposed to, Enlil wasn't even supposed to suggest the flood. That the Most High didn't commission it. Anu didn't commission it. Inky didn't want to do it. Half of the Anunnakis, and they didn't kill everybody. They only killed the people that they created. It was the other people still living on the planet, like the reptilians. They lived underwater, so causing the flood didn't really affect them. And there's a lot of plagues and things that really didn't affect them that Enlil was doing. But his whole game was to cover up the evidence. Create a humanoid species for a slave race to do the work for the Anunnakis that were complaining. And he He didn't want to do it. He wanted to pull out and have the Anunnakis that were complaining. He wanted to have them punished. This dude is the devil, really. Enlil is the real devil, the God of your Bible that got mad because the nigga he called the devil told this nigga the real, your God of your Bible is the real goddamn devil. Enlil. He the one wiping niggas out. He the one causing the suggesting the flood. Let's get rid of all these niggas. Hold on, we'll have to come back with part 2 to this, man. I'm getting crunk right now. I'm getting mad as hell, man. Thinking about Enlil and the gang that he running. That's why I said they watching from the satellites, they trying to evolve us. Really on the low Enlil trying to dissolve us. Niggas ain't slow. We ain't riding a small bus. That's facts, nigga. Why well, everybody cut to a quick commercial break, man? I go put Hakeem in the bed. He's sleeping in my arms right now. So we're gonna be back in about 30 minutes, man. Part 2. And we just not getting started on this shit, man. The Adamite Project.